All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to my sneaker channel, Sneakers Insight. And in today's video, I felt like it was needed to do a video, I guess, getting into sneakers for beginners. Because, nah, man, I know that it can be overwhelming. You go into a Champs, Foot Locker, or maybe even a reselling store. You have the money to spend, but it's like, dang, man, I don't know what shoes I should get. I don't know if I should get a comfortable shoe. I don't know if I should get a flashy shoe. I don't know. I don't know what I should get. And yeah, I just remember when I had got into sneakers that it was because I always have had like good sneakers throughout my life. Like when I was a kid, I can think of some times where I had like, in middle school, I had a pair of them Kobe, I think it was the Kobe fives, like the Laker Kobe fives. And because it was a popular shoe, like I remember it was me, and I think it was either one or two other kids that had that shoe and stuff. So yeah, I just remember everybody was tripping about it. And I think I remember in high school there was these basketball shoes that I had where people were sure kids was tripping about it and stuff. Then it wasn't until I had got this. I was started working at this job in Seattle, and I was making some good money and stuff. And I was like, man, like because I ain't never seen that amount of money before being deposited in my account. So I'm like, dang, bro. I'm like, what? I'm like, all of this for what I'm doing? I'm like, I ain't even doing nothing. Like, that's the thing. Like, I am doing stuff, I'm working, but at the same time, I'm like, are you guys sure? Like, you just like this is what I'm supposed to be. Then it just kept getting better and better and stuff. And so, yeah, because I was getting raises and stuff. And so, anyways, but no, I remember when the first place that I went to, and I was like, I don't know, like I just kind of wanted to, because I didn't know what else to. I was like, I bought all the video games because I was more into video games than anything else. So I was like, I got all the games I need to get. I'm like, now I don't even know what to do anymore. So then I went to Famous Footwear, and yeah, I think I had just got me. It was like these white and black, or not white and black, but black and red Nikes. And it kind of looked like Air Jordan 1s. Like it looked like some like suede Air Jordan 1s. And so for my sneaker heads out there and stuff, like it was, yeah, like because Famous Footwear, those are like, so that's where you go to if you ain't trying to spend a whole lot of money, but you do want to get you some nice looking shoes and stuff. So it's like, yeah, you just kind of want to get something where it's like if they do get a little beat up, it's like, okay, there ain't no harm done, to the wallet. Cause yeah, there'd be some people out there, you get some $200-300 shoes and then they get a little smudge on them. Now it's like you gotta tear your whole city apart and things. So it's like, dang, bro, it's like it wasn't even that bad outside, like talking on the weather and things. But yeah, so I went there first, and then I got me a pair of shoes. Then I kind of just worked my way up because no, I think that's what it was. I remember wearing the shoes, and then it was a coworker that was he was into sneakers and stuff. So he was a chef, and because I worked at this cafe. So anyways, he knew about sneakers. Like he was I think he was a former sneakerhead. I don't think at the time he was like, and I think he didn't really start bringing out his sneakers until I got more into sneakers. So anyways, I remember I was because I was changing into my work shoes, and then he seen them and he was like, those are because I think he called them Air Jordan 1s, and I was all like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't, I just bought them because they look nice and things, and it kind of goes with some fits that I have and stuff. Like I was kind of a little bit into fashion of like the clothes and stuff, more into the sneakers and things, and so I didn't really care too much for the sneakers. But no, overall though, he was kind of like telling me a little bit about them, so I'm like, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that information. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna save it for a rainy day and things. And so then the second pair of sneakers I think I had got, I'm like, out of all sneakers, bro, but black Air Force Ones. So yeah, some high top ones at that. I think yeah, I think it was these ones right here. So I got these. They might be a little bit on the dusty side because I haven't really been wearing them outside. But yeah, I got these, and yeah, I know people are probably gonna be all like, "Oh, dang, bro, you was on the activity at one point." I see that was the thing. I didn't know about the memes. Like I didn't know nothing about sneaker culture. Like even when like the Kobe's that I had, and then these it was like these like Nike basketball shoes that I had in high school and middle school. I didn't know like about those shoes. I was like, "Oh, okay, people like them. All right, cool." And so then yeah, then it wasn't until yeah, I kind of just started like just kind of doing my own little research about sneakers, and then that's when I was like kind of like got a little bit more into them. And then at some point, because I did start off with Adidas. I remember I was kind of just getting into Adidas because I've never had Adidas before, so I was learning a little bit. That's what I had to say when I had kind of started paying attention to like names and stuff, like how like Air Jordan 1s and then 2s and 3s, and then like Air Force and Air Max and all that stuff. Because I think the Adidas, I remember I got like, it was like these EQT Advance or something like that. Then they had like the like EQTs where it's like some like old school looking Adidas. And then I remember the guy that I was cool with that used to work at Champs. He ended up moving away. That's a whole crazy backstory and stuff. But he ended up moving away, and then that's when I had was like, cause he couldn't really tell. Like once when he moved, I didn't really know about like sneakers outside of him when it came down to Adidas. And so I think I remember I was just walking around and I seen that they had the royal blue Air Jordan ones on shelves. Looked right past them and I ended up getting these. So these are Air Jordan 1 mid. So there are differences between Air Jordans. I know for somebody that's because I know most people would just be all like, I thought there was just only one type. No, so they got so you guys can see these are low top Air Jordan 1s. They got the low top Air Jordan 1s, then they got the Air Jordan 1 mids, the Air Jordan 1 retro highs, and then they come in like a bunch of different like they'll recycle the colorways. Like they'll come out with like a royal blue, then a royal blue reimagined, then royal blue 2.0s, and then yeah, so on and so on. So they got like a multiple different, and it's Air Jordan 1s, Air Forces, and Air Maxes. I feel like those are the shoes where it's like if you're wanting to just kind of stick with one shoe and not like get into so many, yeah, Air Jordan 1s, Air Forces, Air Maxes, they got a lot of different types, but they got a lot of different colorways in those shoes and stuff. So yeah, Air Jordan 1s though and Air Force 1s, those are like the two shoes where it's like you can get you a bunch of them in a bunch of different colorways and stuff. Yeah, I don't think there's ever been a time where Air Jordan 1 and Air Force 1s where it was like they just, we don't know what colorway we could do for this shoe. They'll come up with a colorway. And so, but no, overall though, yeah, I remember I got those Air Jordan 1 mids. And then yeah, and at that point, that's when I had to say I started getting into Air Jordan 1s and stuff. So yeah, it was kind of overwhelming, but at the same time, like, when you follow like sneaker pages, and that's one thing that I do recommend, follow you some sneaker pages. There's a subreddit where it's like they talk on sneakers and stuff. Like you will be surprised on the sneaker culture and how big it is. Like kind of I think right now it's slowing down because I feel like everybody that was into sneakers are getting into Pokemon cards. So yeah, you ain't really seeing too many conversations right now with sneakers unless it's a really popular sneaker. But other than that, like yeah, I remember back in 2020, like that's when it seemed like sneakers was like you couldn't go nowhere. Like 2020 and before, like it was like seemed like it was like for a few years and stuff before 2020 where it was like sneakers was like at its peak. Like you go to a store, sneakers were sold out, like people were getting hyped up for it, lined up out the stores for it and stuff. Now you don't really see that. You see a lot of people where they are getting them online and stuff. And so yeah, that's one thing. Download all the sneaker apps. Download StockX, Goat, Nike, sneakers. But they got sneakers spelled differently. It's like SNKRS, I think, something like that. But what else? Yeah, download all the sneaker apps. So in case if you want to get into the reselling game, then yeah, if somebody tries to scam you and things, then yeah, do your research even with that too. But if you just want to get sneakers to wear and stuff, yeah, definitely see, because they do that at times on reselling websites, and even stores where they might sell them at a cheaper price. So yeah, definitely do that. You might see some Air Force Ones in Champs or Foot Locker for like $120, $30. You might be able to get that same sneaker off of Goat or StockX for like maybe like maybe it'll probably be like $20-$30 less. But if you get like shipping and handling, or you gotta pay for that, and then you might want that express shipping, then you might as well be paying the retail price for the shoes and stuff. So it won't be like dramatic sales, but sometimes they do be having shoes on sales and stuff, even in Champs and Foot Locker. But yeah, there's a lot to go into, like like getting into sneakers and things. But yeah, just kind of take it slow at first, when it comes down to getting into sneakers, then eventually work your way up to where it's like now you could do videos like this and have conversations like this with people when it comes down to sneakers and things. But yeah, man, like getting into sneakers, it's gonna be pricey. So definitely, put some money aside and stuff for that, because there is gonna be that time where it's like you're like, dang man, I'm gonna have to break that bank, get these sneakers and things. Because yeah, I'm like, I know I remember the first time where I spent $200 on a pair of sneakers. It was these Vapor Maxes. It was these because so they have like different variants of like of Air Max sneakers and stuff. So they got like Air Max like the like kind of like a 90s thing where it's like a bunch of different types of Air Maxes that released in the 90s. Then they got like some new versions like the Vapor Max, and I think like the 720s and 270s and stuff like that. And yeah, they even got like a holiday. They got like an Air Max holiday and stuff. So yeah, it's insane when it comes. I wonder, did they have that holiday already? Because it was like usually. Hold on for a second. Air Max holiday. When is that? Air Max 90. Air Max. March 26th. So dang, I don't even think they really even talked on that because yeah, usually they usually if they did, I just missed it and stuff. But yeah, like I was saying, like sneakers ain't really all that popular right now, so you might be able to get you a gang of sneakers and things because yeah, they ain't even really all that popular. I feel like that it's like I said, like the culture just kind of like went off. Like it's like you got like those sneakerheads where they still like be shopping around and stuff. But yeah, I feel like the ones that just overhype sneakers and things, yeah, you don't really see that too much now. So but dang, I was getting ready to say something. I completely, it just slipped my mind and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, the conversation. This might be like a multi-part video and things because I feel like there might be some things that I didn't cover and stuff. So, but overall though, yeah, if you do have any questions for the new sneakerheads, feel free to comment them down below. I'll probably end up just doing a video version of it rather than responding. So if it's a lot to go over and things, I know it's like trying to sit down and read a whole comment. You could just let this video just play all out and yeah, just pick up whatever information that you need and things. So but anyways, yeah, with that being said, talk to y'all later. That's just crazy. I was saying something, it just completely slipped my mind. But like I said, this might be a multi-part video. So but anyways, thank you guys. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.